What's up and welcome to our podcast, Toast to Tea.
We're two friends that love the world of celebrity and pop culture and talking about it with you.
To join our world of celebrity, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our podcast. Now hit it.
It's about that time.
Wait, where's the Chris Cam?
To say cheers to our world of celebrity.
1000%.
They're back together, and it feels just right.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya.
Raise your glass.
I'm Maddison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
Because it's our moment to
Toast to tea.
Courtney, we are here. We made it another week. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Honestly, Maddison, I'm doing well. I've got my coffee here. And I don't know. I feel really good today. I spoke to my mom earlier today. We had a good old kiki and laugh, which was needed.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a good day so far. How are you?
Good. A nice therapeutic laugh. I think sometimes when life is fucking lifing, like, you need to just talk some ish and get out a good giggle. Truthfully, it is good.
Honestly.
I'm drinking my little green tea concoction in this new cup that Mama Hill got me because she was sick of me having my ugly, just run of the mill glass jars on camera. She was like, "You simply cannot. That does not look good." So she got me these fun cups from Amazon. But I'm trying to get back on my health game, Courtney, because I was doing so good before all of this travel and all of this, weddings are literally the most fun, but you are indulging in a lot of beverages. You're indulging in a lot of snacks. And my system got out of whack. This week, the tummy troubles were troubling I almost on Monday, Courtney, was like, I don't know if I can have a happy hour hang. Like, we're down bad crying at the gym. Yes.
You ain't had no celery juice?
It was like, I was having the opposite problem of when I need celery juice. Like, literally, it was like, I was like, do I have a stomach bug? Like, what is happening? Like, nothing is cute about tummy troubles. And I've come to the conclusion that I think I'm just getting old to the point that, like, when I'm out of my routine for too long, my body goes a little haywire, which is embarrassing, but also, I guess, a tough reality that I have to face.
That's natural, girl. That's life. It just is what it is.
I don't know. I guess. So I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get back to my green tea, flush everything out. We're still trying to be snatched. I think there's still time to be snatched for the summer, don't you think?
Yes, there is. But for me, I'm like fall bodying right now. I'm like trying to get my fall body snatched and together. I know.
I love that.
I want to put out a special message of support because I know that a lot of people that go to the gym feel differently. And so I just want to say that if you are listening and are watching Toast to Tea with Maddison Hill and Courtney Revolution, and you have taken advantage of your gym's summer sale and you are nervously walking into the gym, knees weak, arms heavy, I support you, okay? You go in there with your head held high, you be confident, and listen, do not be afraid to open up that YouTube and search how to use the machine. Because for a lot of people I know that don't go to the gym, Maddison, they're like, oh, well, I don't know how I'm going to use the machine, or like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Girl, before you go to the gym, go on YouTube and look up some workouts and write down in your note app what workouts you need to do for whatever body part you're trying to snatch. And then go into the gym with your head held high and your savings, period. I support you.
And I would also add to that nobody is looking at you. I feel like you always think in your head, like, oh my God, that person's looking at me. Oh my God, that person's judging. No, they're not. I promise you, they're literally not. They are thinking about so many other things. They might be like having eyes in your direction, but nothing is computing for them about what you're doing. Like, nobody's looking at you. Nobody's thinking about you. I feel like I would get in my head about that when I would go to like our rec center in college. I'd be like, oh my God, that like they're looking at, and I'm like, no, they're literally not. Like, now as an adult, if I could go back and talk to 18-year-old Maddison, I'd be like, girl, they literally actually don't care. Like, they're worried about their chemistry final that they have. They actually literally don't care about anything you're doing. So no one cares.
It's like I'm listening to music. I'm not paying attention to nothing no one else is doing. I be trying to avoid talking to people. So like I'm not blinders on.
more so me, I'm like, I'm trying not to pass away because I go through such workout phases that normally once I get back to the gym, it's like, we're struggling. So I'm like, just look like you're not about to die so no one gets concerned and just keep going. See, I'm not even thinking about others. I'm worried about keeping the breath in and out. Anyway, moral of the story, anyone do what you need to do to feel good and all of the things. Courtney, we're about to get into the tea, but I did want to tell you because I know you have it on here. I know we're gonna talk about Love Island when we talk about Megan Thee Stallion, but I wanted to let you know I actually have been trying to get caught up on NextGen NYC. If anyone's looking for a Bravo show, I don't think I'm all the way caught up, but
there's 4 episodes.
Okay, so I think is the 4th episode Gia's pool party? That's the one I just watched.
There's like an episode after that.
Is that where?
From what I put it on, but it was forgettable.
Okay, where they go to his oh my God, who's the douchey?
It was Ariana and Ava.
The Chuck.
Word.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
So I think I'm halfway through the most current episode. Because I saw them go to wait, who's the blonde kid? The wannabe Chuck Bass kid. Charlie.
Trash.
I saw them go to his dad's house, right? And so that's as far as I've gotten. I haven't gotten beyond that. So I need to watch the Ava. You know what? I love Ariana Bierman. Okay.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love her.
Very much like underrated hero of the show for me.
1000% rooting for her and her cutie little understated rich boyfriend who literally is probably richer than Charlie. Okay, Zaxby's, coming from the Midwest, Zaxby's is huge. Yeah. Okay.
And I love Zaxby's as someone that's not.
Yeah, like Zaxby's and Cane's are pretty neck and neck for in Missouri, the South situation. So I'm just saying, if you love Cane's near you,
put that in Encino and I eat there all the time now.
Oh my God. If there was a Cane's near me, no summer body would be happening.
It seems as though they're popping up. Mm-hmm. It seems like they're popping up all over.
They're coming out west. They're coming out west, and I'm not mad. I love a cane sauce. I love Cane's. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing better. Live, laugh, love. Get that extra dose.
I do like NextGen NYC. Obviously, I'm watching for Riley Burris.
Oh, me too. She's killing it.
And although I'm not so much a fan of the situations that she finds herself in, being like one of 2 Black women on the cast, it is nice to sort of see her personality kind of shine and come through, because we know, like, as a child on Real Housewives, she was just a little bit quieter. So I'm enjoying all of the Housewives kids, all of them, Brooks, Gia, I like them all so far. My one note is I would like to see, and this is not a read to them, but I would like to see less of Seth and Meredith Marks and more of Brooks by himself. I need him to come into his own, because it's clear that Bravo is trying to anchor him, have him be the anchor of the show.
And I don't know if he can be. I think he's too in his head. I don't think he can be. No shade. I think he's awesome, but I just don't think he's an anchor. I think Ariana could be an anchor. I agree. I think Riley could be an anchor. Ava, I'm not quite sure yet. And honestly, I could do without Gia. There, I said
you don't like just she throwing the party, girl? Love me some Gia Jadays.
Okay, you don't live in New York. You live in New Jersey. No.
That's fun.
No, I'm not impressed with Gia. No, she's not doing it for me at all.
They're already working on NextGen LA. Because Cynthia has revealed that they asked Noelle to take part, and so just know that this is the future we're looking at. They really need to make this NYC like the hit, but there are other franchises that are being discussed.
Yeah, what do you think about Charlie? Obviously,
I don't like Charlie at all.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's ever watched a Bravo show before. I think that
he keeps breaking the fourth wall.
His trashy lifestyle is on full display. You don't wash your dishes. You got blunts everywhere. I just don't find him to be a savory character. Sometimes, and I know this is a really weird time, 2025 at the time we're recording this to say this, but at least there was a time when Jax and James Kennedy, like, they were entertaining to watch initially. Charlie just feels inauthentic, even though I'm sure genuinely he sucks, you know, based off of what we've seen. I don't know. I'm not a fan. But like, also, what else would be going on if he weren't there?
I mean, he's kind of like the one who's like stirring the pot the most, so to speak. But I agree. I think it's the tale as old as time, right? Like the overprivileged kid is coming with the most, you know, baggage. Of course he's a little douche. He's had everything handed to him his whole life. Of course he's going to be... his behavior is not surprising to me given his upbringing, and I think they are trying to humanize him by showing, like, his dad's a dick, his mom kind of is aloof. But, like... Yeah. But I will say, I think he is necessary. His archetype is necessary for the show. You need that on there.
I wonder, Maddison, if he is like being extra annoying because his friends quit the show.
I think that's part of it.
Maybe he just had like a different perception of what the show was going to be like, and so he's kind of like F it at this point. It does give that, because like
it gives like I don't give a
him and Ariana like having beef for no reason. Like it's clearly because she joined the show and your friends left. Yeah, and now you picking a fight with her. So let's get into the tea.
No, and
they need a reunion.
I love her. Like literally, I'm like Ariana Bierman's biggest fan. Her and her boyfriend, like I literally love them. Like
that's Mr. Hudson.
I'm literally obsessed with him.
That's Honey Hudson. I like him.
Like
I like him a lot.
Of just them and Riley. Like I'm literally like I'm watching. I'm just that Georgia girl is so quirky and weird. Like I would never be friends with somebody like her. But I also think she adds a New York archetype to the show.
I need to ask the community, I need to tell them about a super niche pop culture reference. I know there's one of y'all out there that's going to know this. Georgia on NextGen NYC reminds me of Victoria from America's Next Top Model, Cycle 19, that my friend Nastasia was on. And Victoria's big thing was like, she was weird, she was quirky, but like she really, really was close to her mom. And like she would like cry and like shout out to like call her mom, and when she would get her mom on the phone she'd like, and mom, I miss you so much, I just wish you would hold me. That's what Georgia she just reminds me of her.
Yeah.
If you know that reference, please leave a comment.
I will say the thing I do respect about Georgia is she's always working. Like she's not relying on this reality show to like take her to the bank. And honestly, shout out to her. Throughout the whole season, she has her laptop. She's asking people like, what's the Wi-Fi password? I'm like literally in the club on her laptop.
Hey.
And that's New York. Like that is...
Work hard, play hard, Maddison.
That is the New York mentality. Anyone who lives in New York can at least watch that and be like, honestly, respect. Like she's not a Gia Giudice thing. Like I'm trying the influencer thing right now. Like shout out to her. She's making more money than me. That's a slight shade, but like not really shade. But I'm just saying like, I do think Georgia is like actually... I respect a girl who like is hustling and not just relying on the reality show to like be her next thing. Who knows? I say that and then look, season 2, she's going to be like, F the laptop in the club. I'm making money from NextGen NYC.
I mean, we saw in the trailer that her and Charlie gonna fall out. So I'm ready for that because that's his sister right now.
Yeah, she loves, and I think she like kind of low-key wants to hook up with him too. I can sense the energy.
Him, her, and Ava.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, he's the Chuck Bass.
What's the tea?
He's the Chuck Bass, a little more problematic because Chuck Bass ultimately had a good heart, you know?
They call him the T-Move Chuck Bass in my TikTok comments. I said, get him again for me. I know that's right. They love when I drag Miss Charlie on TikTok.
Oh my God, wait, that's so good. The T-Move Chuck Bass. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay, wow. Iconic, incredible, amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the tea. Courtney, really quick.
Shout out to my barista that wrote my name on it.
Oh, I love it. Just because we have to like give props and give Miss Wintour our flowers. We don't have to get into this too long, but just the fact that Anna Wintour is stepping down after 37 years as Vogue's editor-in-chief. First reported by Women's Wear Daily, then the Daily Mail. I feel like saying it's an end of an era doesn't even like really describe what we're potentially seeing happening. Like Anna Wintour is Vogue. And she's been at Vogue longer than we've been alive. Like We can't really say that a lot these days. Yeah. She has the way she has impacted culture without probably us even knowing she's impacted culture is a crazy concept to think about. And to think that she's no longer going to have a hand, like, will we be okay? I don't know.
Here's what I think about Maddison and Community, and leave a comment with your answer as well. If you were Anna Wintour and you just, well, I'm sure it wasn't one day, but like she just woke up and was like, okay, I'm done with this. What do you do with the rest of your life? Anna ain't, it's not like Anna's 90. Anna definitely could still get around. She could travel, get on a cruise. What do you do, and what would you do if you was Anna Wintour? Because I think I'm going to just be on vacation. I'm Dua Lipa-ing it for the rest of my life. Never coming off vacation.
And do you still coach her at the Met Gala? Or are you just like, do you leave it all behind? Like, do you still do some parts of the job?
I think I just pop up at the Met. I'm not even trying to be part of it. I'm just popping up and surprising the girls. They don't even think I'm coming.
Oh, a surprise. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that bob comes shaking down. Hey.
With the glasses still on. I just got off my yacht in Mallorca, but I'm here. No, honestly, T, I'm Anna Wintour, and like I literally carried the back of fashion, or I carried fashion on my back for 37 years. I also would be on vacation probably for the rest of my life. Like, no.
And like, who replaces her? Because like, whoever they choose, people are going to be mad.
How do you even begin to find a replacement for Anna Wintour? Like,
you let Anna choose, and that's
I was going to say, so do you think that there's been somebody who she's been like grooming for this position? There has to be, right?
Maybe, but I don't know.
What if...
I feel like we would be in the know if she were.
I kind of think so too. And also, what if it's like a 24-year-old, like somebody like just like
what if it's giving Jennifer Garner and 13 going on 30?
Literally. Like just all of a sudden she's editor-in-chief. Like,
imagine.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of feel like that is what's going to happen and everyone's going to lose
Fashion
their mind.
needs a fresh perspective, Maddison.
Ava. No, I'm just kidding. NextGen NYC.
No,
I'm totally kidding.
No,
I'm
respectfully
totally kidding.
Ma'am.
Respectfully, no. But just crazy. I will be very interested to see what happens, and literally all the positive vibes and prayers to whoever fills Anna Wintour's shoes, because that is intimidation beyond. Like, talk about imposter syndrome. I feel like, how does anyone feel ready for that position? There's no way.
If this were 2005, I'm gonna tell you right now, we would have a reality show to find out who's gonna be the next Anna.
1,000%.
And it would be good.
And it would be so good. Oh,
it would be
I
good.
wish. And it would be on
you could host it.
VH1, and it would be iconic. Okay, wow. I wish it was. I honestly wish it was 2005 right now. For real.
Me.
For real. Life was so much simpler. Is Rock of Love coming on, or is it Flavor of Love? That would be the decision,
Maddison.
and that's what I wish I was deciding about life right now instead of real life things. Okay, let's talk about your fave, Love Island. Miss Megan Thee Stallion popped up for a little twerk contest with the boys and the girls. I feel like actually a lot of celebrities have been popping on to Love Island. Megan Thee Stallion is obviously the latest. Obviously very on brand that she would host a twerk contest. But it is really becoming a cultural phenomenon. Love Island, everyone's obsessed. Even the celebs, clearly.
Here's the thing with Love Island, Maddison, and Community, don't stop listening, because I know that this is like saying really offensive things. I have not seen 25,000 versions of Love Island. I have not watched every single UK version. I ain't even seen Australia, girl. But what I can tell you, Maddison D. Hill, is that the US season 6 from last summer was like a cultural phenomenon. And so this year with US 7, like now everyone wants to be tapped in from the beginning. And as we can see, you even talk about Love Island in a little bit, the engagement goes crazy because everyone is watching. Megan Thee Stallion being on Love Island was honestly and objectively a genius move for two main reasons. I'm sure there are others that went into the decision, but like the two main ones were this. At the time of Megan coming into the Villa Maddison, Love Island was probably at the darkest place it will be this season. It was like our resident scream queen, Miss Huda and Jeremiah, they just couldn't get it together. Huda was cursing him out. It was you would like leave the episode feeling like bad vibes a little bit.
Icky, yeah.
Sorry, Huda, I love you, queen. And so when Megan Thee Stallion shows up wearing a piece of floss and 2 napkins, just ready to get the party started, she comes in as like a fan of the show. They're geeked, the girls, because they're like, oh my God, Megan Thee Stallion knows who I am.
Yeah.
She goes through each girl and she's like, girl, you need to do this. And girl, what's going on here? And it gives like big sister vibes. The twerk contest, hilarious. Why are the boys twerking? They couldn't even twerk, girl. It was great. Like the whole episode, just like, it felt like the whole season was reset. And then the second reason, Megan had all the girls wear her hot girl, whatever, swimsuits, right? This is the biggest show in the country right now. And I'm sure 90% of the people didn't even know Megan had a swimsuit line.
I didn't.
Now now they know, and their Love Island favorites are wearing it, and now they're going to go to Kmart or wherever it is to go and buy it. It was just it was genius from top to bottom.
I also think
I would recommend watching that episode alone.
A third pillar of that is the fact that Megan Thee Stallion for once had people not talking about her and Tory Lanez. I feel like anything as of late has, especially with things that happen with Tory lately, it has been very much connected and very serious. And I think for Megan, it was probably refreshing to get press for once and have people talking about her for once that had nothing to do with that situation. And it was purely entertainment, fun, and bonus. People will now know she has a swimsuit line. But I think in general, just like have people talk about you that doesn't have to do with Tory Lanez, like she needed it. She really did. We haven't had like a fun, lighthearted Megan Thee Stallion piece of tea, and I can't even tell you how long.
Literally. If y'all don't even watch Love Island, that's an episode that you could just put on by itself and just get the vibe and then cut it off and go back to what you was doing. Like it will probably be the best episode of the season. It was fantastic. I've watched it twice. It was that good.
No, 1000%. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to Love Island. Shout out to Love Island. I saw a TikTok the other day that said, it was this guy and he's like, I've cracked the code. Love Island is your girl's Super Bowl. She's dialed in for 6 weeks, like talking about it with friends. And I was like, no, that literally is what it's like. Like everyone for these 6 weeks is dialed into Love Island like it is.
Maddison. I told you before we got on here, I'm hanging out with a friend after, but I'm definitely going to make sure to be back in his house by 6.
Yep. And next Tuesday, we're going to a bar. We're going to a bar and we're going to watch it.
We're going to watch it out in the public.
In the public, in the streets. Okay, moving on. Oh, this is actually crazy tea that happened this week. Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively. Courtney, so you saw that the judge dismissed Justin Baldoni's defamation claims. He said, you cannot sue Miss Blake and Ryan and the New York Times for defamation. You don't have enough evidence. That there was a lot of legal terms, but that's essentially what the judge was saying. Like Justin Baldoni did not prove that they purposefully lied in order to harm him, which you have to prove when you're trying to prove defamation, and it's really hard to prove, which is why defamation suits rarely go anywhere. But Justin Baldoni was trying. The defamation part got thrown out, and the judge said you can refile on 4 out of your 7 allegations. And at the time, Justin's lawyer was like, we'll be refiling. We're not letting our foot off of Blake Lively's neck. But this week, in a shocking turn of events, they actually chose not to refile. They said, okay, we're gonna cut our losses, and we're going to search for other legal options to go after Blake Lively. I kind of feel like I don't know what other legal options they're going to find. I think that now it just kind of sucks because now Justin Baldoni, the goal is to defend himself against those harassment allegations because that's still going to trial. Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin Baldoni is still going to trial. So it's not over. And
I thought it was over, girl.
Yeah, I know people were hoping, but unfortunately it is not. We still have the trial March 2026. And his lawyer is saying, just because those defamation allegations were dismissed, it doesn't mean that what Blake Lively is saying is true. We're still going to go to court to prove that she's lying. We're still going to go to court to prove there's no validity in what she's saying. And discovery for all of that is still moving forward, which is a key thing because the judge ruled that Justin Baldoni's lawyer can access text messages between Blake and Taylor Swift as it pertains to the movie It Ends With Us. So the lawyer reminded everyone we're still going through those texts and we're still going to have our day in court. We're still going to prove that Justin's innocent. But the thing is, now he won't get any money at the end of this. even if they prove he is innocent, like he's just out millions of dollars for defending himself.
Maddison.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I want this to be over so bad.
I know.
Going through text messages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because...
And now Taylor got her business out there. I would never talk to them ever again.
I know she's pissed. Like, people can say, oh, don't believe the Daily Mail. Oh, don't believe people. Oh, don't believe these anonymous sources. I'm sorry. I believe, okay?
Yeah.
If there was not any drama between Blake and Taylor, she would have come out and clarified it by now. Because as soon as she was subpoenaed... She would
have wrote us a nice long letter.
When something this big is perpetuating, Taylor addresses it. Tree Payne makes sure it is clear. Mm-hmm. The moment it came out, she got subpoenaed, a statement was released. Oh, she has nothing to do with it. She shouldn't be in this. So I'm telling you, if there was not any bad blood between her and Blake Lively, we would have gotten a clarification by now. I'm with you. I know Taylor is pissed she's being dragged in. I know she's pissed these text messages have been entered in. Not that she has anything to hide, but it's just like, seriously?
It's just bad PR.
It's like, bad PR. And the fact, I think for me, if I'm Taylor, what I'm most hurt about, it's like, oh, I thought that we were really close friends to the point I'm the godmother of your children. And meanwhile, behind my back, you're swinging our friendship around as a way to bamboozle somebody. Like, how dare you?
This is embarrassing for Blake.
Mm-hmm. I think for Blake and Ryan, to be honest with you, because I think it's made people question him as well. I know I have. I'm like, I thought you were kind of like the fun-loving, hee-hee, ha-ha, sarcastic humor guy. And now I'm like, actually, are you kind of rude?
We don't know these celebs behind closed doors.
No.
In this case, is just proving that.
This has totally given me a 180 perspective on Blake and Ryan. Again, and we'll have to see what happens. You know, Blake Lively claims, her legal team claims they have evidence against Justin Baldoni. I'm waiting to see it because Justin Baldoni's team has been
I want to see it.
The cards are on the table. Like, they literally are putting it all out there. I'm not seeing anything much from Blake Lively's side. So we'll see.
Leave Taylor out of this and alone.
Literally. Although, did you see her and Travis had a week? They had a week at that tight end. Oh my God.
I saw Travis's brother in the Speedos. Yes.
Okay. So Taylor went with Travis to he does this like tight end university event every year and went with him as his +1, literally looked fabulous. And then she did a pop-up. So he had like an after party, did a pop-up, Courtney, the way you and I would have lost our minds, a pop-up at this small ass bar in Nashville. Literally, Kane Brown was on stage. Her and Travis are backstage and just decided, you know what? I'm going to go out there and do an acoustic version of Shake It Off. And
I would have passed out.
I tell you, the crowd did not deliver. Like, I have seen so many videos and everyone's like, woo, shake it off. I'm like, I would have been like, ah! Like,
yeah, I would have passed out.
I would have literally, Courtney, a small Nashville, like, I guess it was 2 tiers, but I'm telling like small, a venue that we will probably never see Taylor Swift perform at in our lifetime. These people got to witness her perform Shake It Off on a whim, borrowing Chase Rice's guitar, and they're literally like, whoa. I'm like, no.
I would have been losing it.
I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys, no offense, I like Kane Brown and Chase Rice, but I'm like, I'm sorry, you paid for Kane Brown and Chase Rice and you're getting an acoustic Taylor Swift? I'm gonna need to see some excitement. Like,
yeah, I would be screaming like my house burning down. Are you serious?
Travis is backstage literally living his like Travis was us. Like, like that was Travis. And I'm like, thank you. He understands, at least.
He understands.
He understands.
Like, just the fact that he understands, like, I like him a lot.
I know. But also just like, I love that they were just having drinks before the show and they're like, wouldn't it be crazy if you went out there and did Shake It Off? And she's like, yeah, but I don't have a guitar. And then they're like, you can use my guitar. And she's like, okay, I'll go. Like,
why not? YOLO.
I just am like, I don't care what anyone says. She, legal drama aside, is so happy and living her best life. And Courtney, I have this theory. You can tell me if I'm crazy or not, but I think she's loving being the +1.
I think so too, Maddison. Because it always seems like she was kind of like the lead in all of her relationships, you know?
Yes. And people look upon that negatively when I say it, but I say it with actually like the utmost respect, love, and also like that's what I want one day. Like, and I think you can probably relate to that too. Like, we're always leading the way so much that like I would love to just be the +1 sometimes. Like, and I think Taylor is loving it. I don't think there's anything wrong with her enjoying coming along for the ride. Like, she was always driving the bus. She's in the passenger seat right now, and I don't think she's ever looked happier, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of gives that like Taylor always has to be the strong one, but who's going to be strong for her? And now that she has Travis, it's like, okay, you could take some of that weight off your shoulders, girl. You got your big hunky man. Yeah. I'm happy for them.
Go listen to the song Peace. That is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever. And then you will realize, like, I actually think she wrote that about Joe, but now with Travis, I'm like, he can handle it. He can handle it. He can handle that she will never give him peace, okay?
Wow, that's
sorry.
Funny. Okay, I think she wrote that about Joe, but...
But I'm just saying, like, go listen to it with a new lens and you'll appreciate Travis even more. Okay, anyway, as much as we're talking about a happy couple, we do have to talk about a couple that is not so happy and had a major breakup this week. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are donezo after being engaged. They spent nearly a decade together. They have a child together. We have been hearing rumors that things weren't great for a few weeks now. Like, the groundwork has been laid. We heard Orlando thought the Blue Origin trip was a bad idea, and Katy didn't listen, allegedly. We also, I mean, fair. You know, like, he's sitting there like, girl, don't be crying, no tears to me. I told you it was stupid. And then also we've been hearing her comeback not doing as well as she'd hoped has caused some tension, which makes sense. You're stressed at work. You're going to take it out on who's closest to you. So, but now it is official. They are done. He's at Jeff Bezos' wedding by himself as a single man. Katy is on tour. I did read a report today from Us Magazine that like she's trying to distract herself. And honestly, she's just happy she's not going through another divorce. Like, this is just a breakup because they never were married. Are we sad? Or do we care? How do you feel?
I'm sad for Katy because it seems like her relationships always fall apart. And you know, it seemed like she wanted to kind of have like a comeback with the album, and then that kind of turned out to be a little bit of a disaster. And like now she's a single mother. It's a lot. It's a lot for Catherine Parrington, which I said that to my mom on the phone today, and she was like, oh my God, I didn't know that was Katy Perry's name. And I was like, it's not. Please stop listening to me. It's not. I don't know. I feel sad for Katy. Like, breakups are hard, especially when you're in the public eye. Like, we're literally sitting here discussing it. But hey, is it gonna make the music slap later on? Can we get 1, 4, 3 deluxe with 3 good hits?
If it helps the music, that would, I think, be one positive thing that comes out of it. I do feel bad. I do think she's been catching a lot of L's lately, right? Like, it just kind of feels like back to back to back to back.
No one tell her to work with Dr. Luke. Get her.
Yeah, I mean, it's not been great. It's not been great, but hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel for her. I always thought her and Orlando were an odd couple. Like, they're one of those people that I'm like, oh, I always forgot they were dating. You know, even when they first
I thought they were married. I thought they were married already.
Yeah, no, never. Which, dare I say, in and of itself, is a slight red flag. Like, I mean, they've been together 9 years. They've been engaged since 2019. If you've been engaged since 2019 and you haven't set a wedding date, like, at what point are you like, something feels off here, that we're not interested in taking that next step, you know? I don't know. Obviously, they were interested in taking the next step or else they wouldn't have gotten engaged. But the fact that, like, no plans were ever put in motion, which I'm sure she's thankful about now because a breakup is a hell of a lot cheaper and less messy than a divorce. But they were just someone who I always was like, oh, I forget they're dating. And then I'd see them pull up on a carpet and I'm like, oh yeah. Just, he seems so serious and she seems like a walking parody to me. So I never understood it from the outside looking in.
Maddison and community, would you prefer a long engagement or a short engagement?
Short. for me personally.
Why, Maddison?
I don't know. I've always said this, and because I've warned my friends because I think they're going to think I'm crazy, but I genuinely have always said I will date someone, I will get engaged quickly and have like probably not a very long engagement before I end up married. I just have always felt that way. Like, I think I'll probably, once I find my mans, I'll be engaged within like 6 to 8 months. And then I guess kind of a long engagement because it'll take some time to plan a wedding. But like, I don't know why. I've just always, I think because I'm so.
Wait, did you say 6 to 8 months before the proposal?
Yeah. And then I'll, yeah.
Within the first year?
Yeah. I've always thought I
Whoa.
will have like, I have said this since I was in college, that I will likely, I just feel, have a quick.
You're probably right, Maddison. If you feel strongly like that, dang.
I just have always thought like, when I know, I will know because I'm so damn picky. I love how you're like, wait, did I just process that?
I was like 6 months, like in the same year. I was like, hello, am I not
like,
the catch, bitch? Put a ring on it, goodbye. like, are you dumb?
Can you read?
Yeah.
But no, I don't know why I've always thought. I think it's just literally because I'm so picky, and I just feel like once I do like really find someone who I'm like, okay, we're doing this. Like, I think it'll be like, we're doing this, which is like, also, I could be totally wrong. This could just also be something like I've thought, but like won't come to fruition. But like,
but you could be right,
I don't know.
Maddison.
I just kind of feel, especially as like you, I mean, don't you feel like getting older too? Like, you know, like I know what I want, and I don't really feel like if it's not delivering or like, I don't know. I just feel like if I'm not getting a sense that we're moving in that direction early on, I'm kind of like, what's the point of dating?
Why are we wasting time?
Yeah, like what's 4 months from now, are we really going to figure this out? Like, no, we can figure it out now if it's not vibing. I don't know. But also, like, I'm single, so don't take any dating advice from me.
No, I love this. Maddison said, I'm laying the law and your wallet better be together because in 6 months, where is the ring at? Because good ones never wait.
Exactly.
Period.
I saw there was this, like, on of course, my TikTok, there's, like, this older rich woman in Beverly Hills who's always, like, giving dating advice. And she was like, unless you're married, you're single. And I was like.
And that's the tea. Yeah.
She's like, I'm sorry, until he puts a ring on your finger and marries you, absolutely not. You're not off the market. And I was like, oh my God.
Physical sign of commitment, period. I'm kind of here for it.
I am too, especially in LA because no guys want to commit until they're like 50. So if you can find somebody who's late 30s ready to commit, I mean, what are we waiting? What's the tea? So
I'm ready to hear the engagement when it happened. I know. That's right.
I'm putting it out there, Courtney. I feel like this sounds so like weird, but for the first time in my life, and I've told you this too, like for the first time not first time in my life, that's dramatic, but my first time in like my adult life and probably since living in LA, like if I'm being FFR with myself, I'm ready for my person. Like I think when I was here and in my 20s, I would say like, oh yeah, like I'm ready to meet. No, I really wasn't. Like I think I was so hyper focused on other things, but now I'm like, no, I'm ready. Like I'm ready, universe. Let's go. Like, and I swear, the more you open yourself up, I feel like personally you feel a change. I think people start noticing that. Like I was at this wedding, and I think also because I was the only single bridesmaid. But like, you know, like I feel like people were like noticing me more than usual. So
damn right. You the prize girl. How you didn't notice?
No.
It was like, oh,
but once you put it, I think if you put out an energy, that energy comes back. You know. So,
damn right.
But you have to get to that place. I mean, I'm 32, you know, and again, not that I wasn't before, but I think I was more closed off, even though I was telling people like, oh yeah, like I would love to meet my person. But like, no, like genuinely this year, I don't know what changed in me, but I'm like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's serve him up. We're at the place.
And where he
Let's
at?
go. Yeah,
Period.
Exactly. So just saying, put it out there, you guys. Katy
Y'all
Perry,
hear that, community? Maddison said, get to manifesting.
Katy Perry obviously will probably need to take a beat before she gets to that point again.
That was a really long and polite way of Maddison saying, I know what I want. Katy, dumb as hell. That's really what she said. She just wanted to be nice about it, community. I know y'all heard it. Madison was like, okay, so this is what I want. See how Katy ain't know what the hell she wanted? Look at her single ass now. That's what Maddison really said, if you listen to it.
No, I would not. I normally shade Katy Perry, but I meant that in the most genuine way. I hope she finds everything she's looking for. And I'm sorry it wasn't Orlando Bloom. And now, did you see everyone's like, Orlando's hitting on Kim Kardashian? I'm like, Kim Kardashian is not going to date Orlando Bloom, you guys. Her and Katy Perry are friends. They were just at that freaking bachelorette party, Lauren Sanchez's bachelorette party together. She's not going to date Orlando Bloom.
Katy going to go outside Kim head? She bet not.
Yeah, literally, there's literally no chance. No chance.
Mm-mm.
But the last thing we need to talk about this week, which, because it was a big deal, Diddy decided not to take the stand.
Why, Maddison?
Well, I mean, he's paying his lawyers to make these decisions. Although he did tell the judge, it's his decision, his sole decision. I obviously think it's better for him not to take the stand from like a legal standpoint, because then that obviously opens him up to cross-examination. The prosecution could trip him up, and it could be really bad for him. Although, to be clear, I think it already is really bad for him, but
it's bad.
It's, in cases like this, they tend to not want you to take the stand. I'm actually, there is a part of me that's a little surprised though, because he is such a narcissist. I thought he would go against his attorney's wishes a little bit.
Me too. I thought that he would testify, but he know that he's a dirty dog. So you might as well just shh and take the sentence when it comes.
Yeah, and they didn't bring any witnesses forward. Like, remember we were hearing they were going to bring that psychologist to come testify.
Yeah.
He was under the influence, and like he couldn't have been a trafficker because he was drunk. Like that, allegedly. And they didn't even end up doing that. So it's messed up, but part of me thinks I think they're thinking, let's just get the guilty plea and try to get a pardon. But I'm like, there's no way you're getting pardoned. Like, you're getting locked up and the key is being thrown away. Like, I don't think people politically are very smart.
If Bill Cosby ain't getting out of prison, Maddison, Diddy's not getting out of prison.
1,000%. We already pardoned the Chrisleys because they just didn't pay their taxes. And, got a couple extra loans out from the bank that weren't great.
Maddison, I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this Chrisleys show, because I'm noticing that that black people love the Chrisleys. Black people, when did y'all decide that we love the Chrisleys like that? Like, you go on the neighborhood talk, when they had made the announcement, wrote the article or whatever, made the post that the Chrisleys were part of it, black people was like, yes, and I know he went and got the Botox. Yes, and I love the grandchildren.
Wait,
hey,
really?
Yes, let me go and watch some reruns. Black people love the Chrisleys. I think even my mom likes the Chrisleys. What's the deal with the Chrisleys?
I mean, I will say it's kind of one of those, like, it's one of those reality shows. They used to be on USA. I know they're getting a new show on Lifetime, like post-prison. But, like, it was one of those USA shows that, like, it would come on and you just, like, couldn't turn it off. You know what I mean? Because
really?
Yeah, because you're kind of like, and he's not, but you're like, this man kind of feels to me like he's gay, but he's not, and he's married, and he has these kids, and they're rich, and he has a funny mom who, like, says kooky stuff. But they also are, like, I do think genuinely they are good people. Like, they take care of their granddaughter because their oldest son, like, is in a place where he can have custody, and neither was the mom. So, like, they are also, though, good people, and I know people, Savannah, the oldest daughter, obviously she's now very pro-Trump on social media because he pardoned her parents. Well, I mean, also,
if that was your parents,
he got her parents out of jail. You guys think she's not going to wear a Trump hat on her social media? He literally took her parents' sentence from double digits to they're coming home tomorrow.
Oh, they was in there for a long time.
Oh yeah, they were going to be in there for a long time, and like the mom was not.
I thought this was like the cheating scandal, like the Rowan. They was going to be in there like a year or something.
No. I think collectively, what was it? I think
they was doing some Peter Thomas time.
Yeah, I think Julie was supposed to be in there for like 9 years, and Todd was supposed to be in there for like 13. It was a decent amount of time. And it came back like it was all federal because the state of Georgia actually ended up dismissing the charges against them. So again, did they do some things that were bad? Yeah, I'm not denying that. But like, when you look at like what they were doing versus Diddy, like, I'm not pro celebrities getting part. Like, I don't think any celebrity should use the system in that way. Like, I don't think that's fair. Like, we should probably be pardoning people who literally deserve the pardon. But pardoning someone for a financial thing versus like what Diddy's doing. No. Allegedly doing, like that to me is two very different things, you know?
Black and white, Maddison, for sure.
I mean, it's definitely, it is definitely different. But I didn't realize the Chrisleys I didn't realize they were still so popular, to be honest, until I saw everyone literally rejoicing that they got pardoned. And I was like, oh, wow.
They were rejoicing. That was the perfect word. They were rejoicing.
I thought people were going to be mad. I was like, oh, no.
Me too.
I was like, oh, they're going to be mad that Trump let these random celebrities
Girl, I went to
out of
neighborhood
jail.
talk. All them comments was like, thank God.
No, Courtney.
They all was like, and I know Todd going to go and get that Botox as soon as he left.
No.
And I was like, what?
No, they like literally couldn't. Everyone's like so happy that Julie got her hair highlighted because she had to let it go brunette in the clink. Like
they must be compelling television to some extent because like I don't see the appeal just yet. I'm curious.
I mean, think about kind of this like over the top man with a Southern woman, a kooky mom, and some crazy kids. And then, but at the heart, they are good people. I think. Question again. They did commit. They did commit a little bit of fraud. You know, there was a Scotia fraud in there for sure. A little. Well,
y'all, let's pay our taxes this year so we don't got to go to jail.
Yeah.
Like the Chrisleys.
Yeah, it was a little tax, a little bank. You know. But.
Not this.
But. People are happy, and you know what? If people like it, I love it. If that brought people together for a day, if that made everyone come together on social media, I'm here for it.
And it was that for that one day, no one was upset. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, thank God for the Chrisleys," and I was like, "Okay, if y'all like it, I love it." Just like you said.
Now it's like everyone hates each other again. So I'm like, okay, well, it was a fun day when we were celebrating the Chrisleys.
Silly.
But anyway, that is all on that. Diddy will be waiting for the verdict. I think we know hopefully where the verdict is going to go, but you never know with these juries. You never know with New York. You never know with powerful people. So everyone keeps spreading the vibes. But Courtney, we should move into our final segment and...
Put it in the teapot.
Do you have something you want to put in the teapot community? Don't forget to send in your submissions to us at toastedteapot@gmail.com.
My put it in the teapot for this week is to remember that there is an entire world out there for you to see. I have had like these weird core moments in my life where I've like traveled somewhere new or I've had a new experience, like my Disney college program, which was in Florida, and I lived in Pennsylvania at the time, or like when I flew all the way to England to film The Circle. I had these core experiences and I think about them often, and I remember that there's a whole world out there for all of us to go and see, different cultures, different foods, just different ways of life. And I encourage you, listeners, watchers, the community, to please find different ways to go in and explore the world. I'm not saying you got to leave the country, but go a state away, go see a new town, go visit a new neighborhood. It's not enough for your life to be enriched by the same constant surroundings. Pick a place on the map, go there, explore, bring the memories back, and then share it with someone new.
Oh my God, wait, that was so beautiful. I love that. That was amazing.
We gotta travel, girl.
We've got to. And, you know, I think too, sometimes people underestimate and think, oh, if I'm traveling, I have to get on a plane and have, you know, this crazy different experience. But I like how you said, like, even if it's just a different neighborhood, like, life is lifing. And so if the only
going to Laguna Beach is what I mean. Like, you know,
literally, that's what I'm saying. So just even if it's not getting on a plane and it's getting in a car and driving somewhere that's 30 minutes away to try a new restaurant, like romanticize. Also, I think like romanticize that, take something from that and bring it back. Like not everything has to be a big production. I know social media makes us feel like it needs to be, but it doesn't have to be. Well, I feel like I kind of have like been putting stuff in the trauma dumping this entire episode, talking about my love life and responding to you. So if anyone else has any trauma dumping,
you are silly.
I love a good trauma dump, you know? Sometimes I trauma dump.
You gave the community great advice and motivation, I think, this episode.
I think everyone's going to be like, Maddison's crazy that she thinks there's a man who's going to want to propose to her in 6 months.
No, Maddison. You're a woman that knows what she wants, and your partner needs to get with the program, or they gonna get got when they're still single and you're married.
Also, I'm not saying that it has to be like that. Like, I just have always thought that, just to clarify.
But you ain't gonna be in no 3-year relationship and ain't no ring.
Well, I think also just, I'm not necessarily even that, but just like, or I'm gonna be in a situation that's like, are we moving in that way or no, like if we're sticking around, like I need to know like, I'm feeling like this could be forever. You're feeling this could be forever. Okay. Like as long as that conversation has been had and we're both on the same page about that, like timeline, I'm not as concerned about, but it's more so like making sure we're both like, okay, we know at this point, like this is a thing. This is what we're doing. We're going to be partners.
See, Maddison, here we go. Community, I got Madison's next job. We need you now as the relationship therapist on Love Island. Now get on the flight to Fiji, Madison.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
Go ahead.
Could you imagine?
Yes.
They're going to be like, this single ass girl. Like, no, we're not taking advice from her. I'd be like, all these men are trash and you guys are all so much better than these men. And I don't even know why anyone's giving these men a time.
As long as you get a slow walk into the villa and a check.
Literally. And
do what you
also,
do.
I will be getting a fat transfer before I am in any of those Love Island outfits. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I need boobs if I'm going to be wearing dental floss and a couple napkins. But I'm too scared of breast implants. I know. Sorry. See, I didn't even need to put it in the teapot because here I continue just letting you guys know. I mean, everyone knows I've never loved my fat kneecaps. And you know, I've brought up my chunky kneecaps a lot. They're still bothering me. Anyone who's been following Courtney and I since the OG beginning, they know my kneecaps have always bothered me. Even one time when Courtney and someone made a troll account for us to the point that the troll zoomed in on a photo of my kneecaps and like posted the kneecaps as a solo shot because they knew. They were like, yeah, her kneecaps are chunky. They are. And so I would suck the fat off there, put it in my boobs, and then I'll go be a therapist on Love Island. And on that note,
oh my God. Thanks
so much for hanging out with us again, everyone. Follow, subscribe to us at toastedteapot@gmail.com. You can follow me at I am Maddison Hill with 2 Ds on Instagram and TikTok.
Silly. You can follow me on Instagram at Courtney Revolution and on Snapchat and TikTok at Court Revolution.
Yes. We love you, community, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.